大家好. Hello. Hello. We're back. What are we doing today, babe?
Nothing.
No, what am I doing right now?
You are doing
Finally.
a video update, finally!
I'm updating my YouTube. What have I been up to lately, babe? This past month.
Sleeping, eating. Nothing.
I have been doing that, but that's not it. I've been doing other things.
Shitting.
Well,
Okay.
okay, I swear, it's like, you know when you have homework to do and you're in your room doing your homework and then you take like 2 minutes to watch YouTube or something and that's when your mom walks in the room. That's what it's like. I'll be on my computer working. Then I just like to check websites to see what's new in fashion, and that's when he walks in the room. He's like, oh, you're online shopping again. But I feel like it's not really online shopping. I'm just making lists most of the time. And when I do, it's like, it's for research purposes. I need to wear fashion on YouTube. It's part of research.
Shoot that back. What's that?
Victoria's Secret. I need a new underwear.
And a parcel downstairs waiting for you.
A parcel's downstairs. Okay, so that's 2 times.
For today.
All right, anyways, I got my tater tot merch on. We are ready to jump back into a video, but first I'm going to make a hot chocolate because it's finally hot chocolate weather here in Hong Kong. The temperature has dropped down to 11 degrees, which is cold for here. We're usually around 20 lately. So I got my sweater on and I'm gonna make some hot chocolate and then we're gonna step into my office and we're gonna get this show on the road. I'm gonna make a mocha actually, half coffee, half hot chocolate. Sounds like a dream. Ooh, I finally got this mug. I've been wanting it for so long. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie. And we bought this when we were in Paris in the Disney store. I should use this right now. Like a quarter coffee and then 3/4 hot chocolate. This morning when I was walking Rosie, I actually saw someone wearing a full-on puffy winter jacket and like scarf, hat, everything. And it's only 11 degrees. I feel like it's good for maybe a hoodie, light jacket, and a hot chocolate, but I think wearing a full-on like snowsuit jacket and scarf is a little bit dramatic. But that's what they do here. Like this season in Hong Kong, you can always tell who's a tourist and who's local because tourists in this weather will wear like t-shirts and even shorts sometimes maybe. I remember in Canada, as soon as it would hit spring, even though it was like 11-12 degrees, I would go out in t-shirts because it felt warmer. But here, yeah, tourists will wear like shorts and t-shirts and then the locals will be fully bundled up in winter gear. It's pretty crazy. How many spoonfuls am I doing of this? All right, let's go. Okay. Hey everybody, it has been a little while since I've updated my YouTube. I hope a few of you have noticed. Honestly, I just needed a break. I moved countries and I filmed the whole process and kept filming when I came here, and then I filmed Vlogmas, and I just really wore myself out. I felt really exhausted, like I felt uninspired. I felt, I don't know, just mentally, physically exhausted, I guess you could say. I even had a time in Canada where I blacked out, which my sister says I didn't really black out, but I feel like I blacked out. But all I saw was black. Does that count?
Okay, but no.
If you can still hear.
Well,
okay, nurse, can I just have my dramatic moment for a second?
Fainted.
I didn't really give myself time to get myself sorted, basically. So I said, okay, in January, I'm gonna take a little break, sort all the things I need to sort, relax, and that is what I've done. So I thought today we would have a little chat and I'd update you on what I've been up to lately and my goals and my future plans, what the future of this channel is gonna be. So we got back from Paris. We landed in Hong Kong on New Year's Eve, January 31st, and December 31st, and it's not even January 31st yet. And I spent the first week of January really just reflecting, planning what I wanted to do, and tidying up around the house, including Christmas decorations and Christmas on my nails, just putting away all of Christmas basically. Once that was done, I felt like I could move forward. And then one of the things besides catching up on sleep because of jet lag and all that, that I really wanted to do was get my health, my diet, my exercise back on track. I didn't actually exercise through all of December, and that made me realize how important exercise is to me, mostly mentally, not even physically, because if I have a sweat in the morning, the rest of my day is amazing. But when I don't sweat, or like when I don't work out, I don't feel as good about myself. I'm not as productive. I feel a lot more tired and lethargic, and just, I don't know, things just don't work as well mentally for me. They're not as clear. I'm not as clear and focused. So I realize how much it means to me for me to work out, even if it's a short one, even if it's just 20 minutes a day. And I didn't do it at all in December. So I got back into my routine once I got back to Hong Kong, and I started working out more. One of my goals for this year is to get like a cut 6-pack, 6 to 8-pack maybe, like abs. I've never had them before, and it's always been my dream. I think a lot of you guys know I was a bit overweight as a child, and I was very, very insecure with showing my stomach. I would always wear super baggy clothes. I was obsessed with the Gap sweaters, and I would wear them in bright orange and like just really, really big. But I was so insecure with showing my stomach. I was the type of girl that would always wear like shirts when I was swimming, or I would always wear this one-piece swimsuit. I remember with like very long gym shorts on top because I didn't want to show my thighs. Like this area bothered me. Anyways, my point is, when I lost weight, I've always dreamed of having abs, but I never went all the way, because for me personally, to get like abs, I need to be super dedicated both in the gym and with what I eat, and I've never really pushed myself all the way to get that far. Like, I say like I'm like skinny fat maybe. Like, I did a lot of cardio and stuff, and I realized that, I don't know, cardio doesn't help me as much anymore. I don't really want to be so skinny. I don't care. I'm not really modeling right now, so I don't care what my hip measurements are. Like, I don't need to have a tiny waist and tiny hips, but I really want to tone up and get abs. So I'm determined to do that. I've been watching some YouTube videos for workouts, including some exercises that I've come to like along the way of my journey of working out. And also I get a lot of I get inspired by Instagram accounts. One in particular is this Kayla girl. I'll put her here. She puts a lot of exercises on her Instagram, so you can just like look through her videos and get some inspiration there. And then also in the kitchen, I've cooked a little bit more, trying to be a bit more healthy with what I eat. One girl on Instagram that I love is Minimalist Baker. She has amazing recipes. They're all with 10 ingredients or less. So it's nothing too complicated, it doesn't take too long, and yeah, her recipes are easy, they're healthy, and they're tasty. So I've been trying out a lot of those, and I've been really enjoying them. So with that, I wanted to share more of my tips and things I've learned along the way with exercise and food. I want to do a lot more of that with you guys, because that's something that I'm passionate about, and that's something I've been working hard on lately. So I hope you guys are interested in some new workout routines and stuff once I get going. I don't know why I make drinks actually. Like, I want them, but when I sit down for a video, I always talk way too much and I don't end up drinking it, and then it's cold by the end of the video. I'm gonna take little pauses, but I've also been going back to do, some of you guys have been asking how it's going, the acupuncture and Chinese medicine for my skin. And honestly, it was working really well. I actually had a positive reaction to the medicine right away. She was surprised how fast it worked. My skin cleared up pretty fast, but then it broke out again around my period. So she kind of has been narrowing it down and changing the medicine to what works for me. Mine's specifically for hormones. But lately, I don't know if you can see it now. Turn down the brightness. I covered a lot. Oh, here's one still left over. But I was getting some really deep ones around my chin lately. Like, the past couple of weeks that last long. They're just going away now. She changed the medicine. I thought maybe it was because of that, but then I realized I actually need to blame myself because I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos where beauty gurus, including Jenna Marbles, shave her whole face, and apparently her makeup goes on a lot smoother and stuff, but I don't know why I can't get myself to shave my face. I can't. I feel like it's, so I tried to nair my face, and I used it all over in this area, and I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. My skin's super sensitive, and it's something that there's chemicals inside that like burn the hair follicle or whatever to make it like shrivel up and come off. So I feel like that can't be too good on my skin, and my skin immediately reacted and broke out. I'm even getting some like around my lips. So I'm pretty sure it was the nair, and other than that, the medicine's been going well. But I don't know, I'm not gonna do that again. I've been sleeping a lot earlier, which my boyfriend said. I've been sleeping a lot, relaxing, and my ways of relaxing is either taking Rosie to the park, taking baths. I particularly love taking long baths in January because there's so many vlogmases to catch up on, and so I've been watching all those and new videos, and I love just sitting in the bath and watching YouTube. So I've been doing that. And then also for relaxing, we like going to get massages, and I don't know if you've had like a typical Chinese massage before, but it's different than a normal like relaxing oil massage. They really dig at you and get everything out, which I enjoy actually. I like that. Maybe some of you remember that video I shot back where I did your dares in the foot massage place. So there's a woman that was massaging my feet, and let's just call her Monica. We like going to that place, and we always go back, and my boyfriend had Monica at a later time after, and he really liked her, so we kept going back, and he would always request her to do his massage. And we often go back, and she would always suggest like, oh, do you guys want to get I think it's something in Chinese, but something like a lymphatic massage or something like that. And so we would always say like, oh no, let's just do like neck and shoulders and feet, like we would just do it in the chairs. And so finally one day, a few weeks ago, we were like, yeah, sure, we'll try it. So she's like, okay, you have to go upstairs and lie down. So she told us which room to go to, you know, get naked, put on those paper, whatever, those underwear things. And so then she went to the back room, we went up to our room, got prepared, laid down. I asked her at the beginning, I was like, is it painful? And she was like, you can tell me to stop or like lower the power, is that what you say? If it's really hurting. So we're like, okay, we'll try. And so my girl starts working. My boyfriend during it starts yelling in pain, and I was watching him, and it was like watching my boyfriend get tortured. I didn't know if I should jump in and like be a referee and split them up, but she was just going at him. And I feel like when she went to that room and we went up to our room, I feel like she was just watching like really angry videos or something, because she came up and like usually it was like, you know when they do cupping, it was like she was doing cupping, and sometimes they'll do it with those cups or like spoons or stones, I don't know, they do something to your back to like release the toxins. She could do that effect of cupping, but with her bare hands somehow. Like, it's intense. She's like the Chinese, like the Punisher, but Chinese massager. It looks like by the end of it, it looks like he got attacked by an animal. I'm not even kidding, look at this picture. This was his back. Mine was a lot less painful, but they really beat you. Like, she will sometimes, like out of nowhere, she'll be massaging me, but then she'll stretch me. Like, she'd just grab my arm and like just pull it out of its socket almost, and then like twist me. And you're naked, right? But when you're throwing your body around, the little towel was coming off, so she's just like twisting my body. At one point, she took my leg and like did a little crossover, and she started just pounding my butt, like literally punching it. It was an interesting experience. It wasn't that relaxing, but we felt good the next day. Oh, also, we've been watching a lot of movies. We saw, what did we see? The Wonder. Amazing movie. if you have kids, you should watch it with them. I feel like it teaches a really valuable lesson. Anybody should watch this actually. Literally touched my heart beginning to the end. I cried so many times, like some of joy, some of sadness. Like it was an emotional roller coaster. And then we also watched The Disaster Artist, which I first heard of through Logan Paul and then PewDiePie. They talk a lot about it. Marzi also introduced it in one of her favorites videos recently. So we watched The Disaster Artist first, and then we watched the actual movie it was about, The Room, after. And it was really, really good to see the behind the scenes and the way he thought, and it was just super interesting. And then to watch the movie after really makes you like understand a lot and really enjoy it that much more. So I definitely recommend those two movies too. And we also saw The Greatest Showman, which was so good. I wasn't expecting that because I don't really enjoy a lot of musicals, but that story really touched me. The music was amazing. We still listen to the soundtrack in the car. Really, really good. And we also saw the Broadway musical Cats, which was also good. The dancing was amazing. They were so in sync. The singing was really good. And then also Netflix. I've been watching a lot of Netflix, and some of the things that stick out in my head right now that I've really enjoyed watching. I am a documentary person. I am so nosy. I love seeing other people's lives, especially if they're very different from mine. I love learning about people. So I love either series that are based on true stories or documentaries about people's lives. And especially, actually, I'm gonna ask my boyfriend. Babe, what kind of movies do I like, or like shows, documentaries?
Sexual stuff.
What do I usually watch on Netflix? Drugs. Yeah.
Sexual and drugs.
Sexual things and drugs. And crime. Like murders or crime.
Yeah.
Basically, like things that I don't do, like people who do those things fascinate me. Like I don't do any of those things, but I love watching people's lives that do, like, and trying to understand them. Especially if it's a true story, I'm so excited. So one of the documentaries we just started watching that I'm really into is called, what was the one we were watching? Manhunt and then The Bomb?
Unabomb.
Unabomb. Say it.
Unabomb.
Unabomber. He calls it Unabomb. He was saying last night, Unabomb. I'm like, what are you saying? The Unabomber one is a series that is based on true story. But the acting is really good. Some of these series, the skits that are going back and reenacting something are really horrible, but this one is really, really good acting and it's really interesting. I love like CSI and putting clues together and twists and stuff like that. So I love this kind of stuff. I actually wanted to be like one of those forensic people before, like on my list of things I wanted to be for a month or two. But yeah, that interests me, and that one's really good. It's a true story based on a person who was sending bombs in the mail, and a guy was trying to figure out who was doing it, basically. And another one I really loved was Sour Grapes. It's about the wine industry, and I don't like wine. So this is another thing, things I don't do or things I don't really like, but I like watching people who do them. I don't know, am I psycho? It's about like the really, really expensive wine, like they sell at auctions and stuff. And there was this guy that was always going to these auctions and started to give wine and sell wine at auctions. And it was these super rare, crazy expensive wines. And he ended up committing probably the biggest wine fraud in history, because he was actually making fake wine. Like he would take the real labels and put them in bottles, and he made a mixture that he thought tasted like it, and he got away with it for so long and earned so much money. And he was actually, where was he from? I think he was Chinese but lived in, I think he was from Indonesia actually, but then he spent a lot of time in America, and that's where he did a lot of his fraud. But it's super interesting to see how the story unfolds. So those are my 2 Netflix recommendations. I also gave you some movie recommendations. And then I've been working on things that I've wanted to get done offline for a while now. stuff like my website, I've wanted to revamp it for so many years now, because if you look at it, it just doesn't match me anymore, and it hasn't for a while. So I'm finally doing that. And with that, I'm so excited because I wanted to get back into writing blog posts instead of just videos, because I feel like some things are easier to read than watch, like recipes, for example. I don't enjoy a lot of cooking videos. Once in a while I do, but I feel like it's a lot easier to have photos and then just like clear instructions and ingredient lists that you can just take with you to the grocery store and follow along with. So I wanted to do that and create a website that I can share more with you. A lot of you guys are asking, you always ask me like my favorite vegan restaurants in Tokyo, for example, or where to go when you travel in this place or that place. And I think that is a lot easier to just list them out, have links, have photos or whatever, directions, and that will be a lot easier and more useful. So I plan on using my website for that, and just like photos and just really sharing more with you guys, stuff that I don't really want to make a video about maybe, or talking about certain things. But one of my other goals for this year is to create a website that I love and that you love and that's very useful to you guys. And another big plan for this year is we are going to be moving into our home finally. So we will be starting renovations soon. So I've been like getting inspiration from different places and starting to plan out the renovations because they're gonna start. So I'm so excited to move, and I think we're not gonna move for probably at least another 3 to 4 months, maybe even longer. We'll see how it goes, but I'm planning on filming the whole process of like how I find things, how I'm gonna decorate. I'm actually working with an interior designer, someone who I found back when I was in Japan, and I just fell in love with everything she does. So I'm really excited to work with her and just learn from her, and I'm gonna film the whole thing and show you guys what's going on too, because I love those type of videos of home design and decor. The apartment we got here is quite big in size, but because it is quite big, that's what we wanted. We are living pretty far out of the city center. So I really want to get my driver's license in Hong Kong, which is pretty terrifying because they drive on the other side of the road. But that is another goal I've set for myself this year, is to get my driving license. And you guys living in Hong Kong don't have to worry yet. I haven't started. I'll let you know when you should be scared on the road. But yeah, I want to start doing that soon. That would be pretty cool. I haven't driven in a while because I've been traveling for so long. So that's what I've been up to this past month. I've been having a lot of me time, reflecting, planning some new things, which you will see very soon. A little bit of online shopping. But yeah, I feel a lot more refreshed and inspired and motivated, and I plan on uploading regularly again in February onwards. So I hope you've missed me, but you're gonna get sick of me again soon once I start. Let me know what you really want to see, both on my YouTube channel and on my website this year. I'm planning everything out, so I'm interested to see what you guys want to see. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you for giving me this bit of time that I needed to set a strong base platform so that I can build and grow even more on. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye! Again, this is completely full still.